Baldur.com. We now have our official webpage up for your enjoyment. Welcoming back Nadir as Justin in the upper left frame there, our Tiefling Sorcerer. And next to him we have Selethiel, played by Evil Dawn, our, for the time being, our party leader, our Aasimar Paladin. And we have there in the half frame, or the third frame, Grulok, the half-orc fighter, portrayed by James. And moving down to the next row, again with us in still frame format is Kyla, whose character Hezra is not with us again tonight, but Kyla is joining us from a distance, and it appears that she is taking great pleasure in her last week's counterpart's activities. In the next frame over there on the second row, joining us for the first time on video, we have Kalidor, played by Ben, our second Aasimar, the Cleric of Tempest. And over next to him, we have, with his brand spanking new character artwork, commissioned by KR Christina DG, we have Jiang Hoon, played by Jim. And I am the DM, Tragically Hip, also known as Daniel, and we're going to kick this show off right where we left off last week. Our characters had just defeated the cultists inside their cultist chambers. Moving outside of that room, they annihilated the two leaders as well, and they decided to take the opportunity presented to them with the cultist chambers here, and they took an hour short rest. So we're now just about 3 p.m. on the day, and your characters are progressing from this point. So feel free to take it away from here, whichever direction your characters are headed.
Alright, heading into this room, because I believe I noticed a door down here.
Yep, we got two doors in that chamber, the one that Selethiel is standing before, and it's a bit obscured by his hit point bar, but Kalidor also discovered a secret door. Yeah, he just backed away from it, so there is a secret entrance on that section right there. What do you want to do?
Let's go through the regular door first. Yeah. So I'm going to open that door.
Gotcha.
I'm with you.
You have found a rectangular room, about 15 by 30 feet, and there are 4 wardrobes standing against the walls on the west and south. On the east side is another door.
Well, I'm pretty sure that leads out into the hallway.
Stands to reason.
So, since we are here, Selethiel, do you want to open that door? Or Selethiel, that's me.
All of a sudden, the paladin's
talking to himself. Do you want
to
to open that door, or do you want me to open that door?
Who are you talking to, me?
Doesn't matter to me. I can open it if you want.
Go ahead.
I'll open the door.
All right. In here, you have found a 10-foot-high vaulted chamber with a plaster ceiling, upon which is painted images of terrifying winged devils looking down on a symbol embedded in the room's floor. A circular disc of black stone inscribed with a 9-pointed gold star. 4 wrought iron candlesticks bristling with unlit, half-melted red candles surround the circle.
Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's very nice. Um, uh, while he's admiring the art, he's gonna start. Rillock's gonna start taking a closer look at some of them, and the walls, since we've been finding some kind of secret compartments. So I'll just do a quick perception.
Okay. In addition to that, let's get some religion checks as well, please.
Oh, it is what it is.
It is religious. Not this week, Justin. Ooh. Our cleric breaking out the big money
What's
on the
religion?
the religion check. Okay, so Calidor kind of hesitates briefly upon entering the chamber as he recognizes the winged devils painted on the plaster ceiling as pit fiends.
Actual
just
pit
as I
fiends
ca-
or painted pit fiends?
I think they're painted, but I kind of resemble those.
A little bit. Minus the strength of 28, your character looks significantly scrawnier than your typical pit fiend.
Oh, you're like a baby version of those.
Well, he is descended from a pit fiend as a tiefling, so I have that look.
I don't know. That's why he said it. Oh, you're like a little baby one. It's good. It's great. You're growing strong. Oh, do I find
Perception checks, you're not picking up anything out of the ordinary in here.
This is just a display. Something. And the candles all are lit, like just dimly lit or whatever.
What is
Candles
that?
are
Is that
currently
a
unlit.
doorway, or is that a doorway, or is that just an unmarked part of the wall?
That is part of the wall.
Okay.
This is just a dead end. We should move.
I agree. Let's go back up and go around.
I'll knock over the candlestick right next to me and keep going. More out of boredom. It seems like
Okay.
it's just like, okay, nothing here. Continues out.
So which way are we proceeding here? Heading back to the northern tunnel?
Yep.
Look over to Calidor and Salafiel, though, and say, what do you suppose this room is used for? I can't determine what its purpose is.
Perhaps summoning more beings?
It could be a gathering room. It could be a place of worship, but it's kind of hard without an idol or without knowing any type of, without any furniture in the place, of course.
Does that comment give me anything?
You would guess this to be some kind of ritual room. Maybe summoning demons, contacting demons or devils, something along that vein.
Yeah, it probably is some sort of summoning or perhaps a communication chamber. They obviously probably utilize some sort of magic to, in ritual fashion, to commune with the hells from this room, I would think.
some of our party is kind of hastily moving along. I just want to note that if your character is not caught up with them, don't assume that you're with them. Likewise, those of you progressing ahead, make sure the rest of your party is with you.
I'll tap Selfie and just be like, the others are caught up. Quietly, like, just tapping him, just let him know, hey, we shouldn't hold up a second.
Yeah, you can see, those of you in the western passage there now, that the corridor continues on and branches east and west at the southern junction.
We're going to wait for everybody else to catch up.
Okay, I will move our NPCs. Let's get Slobber Chops in position there. Okay, so what is our move now? We're continuing on. We see another sewer waste entry there on the left side, and another one there shortly thereafter. Evidence of another dead end on the western connector there of the sewer tunnel.
Does it look somewhat recent, or does it look like it's been there for a while, like dust and other crap on it?
You would guess that it's been in this state for some time, but the overall nature of this sewer is much cleaner than you would expect, and that remains the case even in the caved-in areas.
Okay, cool. So I just want to make sure it wasn't like something recent, like I see fire damage or something like that.
Okay, so we got our NPCs caught up there. And yep, proceeding along. You can kind of see how the map all connects here just in the advanced fog of war feature. Areas that we've already been. And there on the southern turn is a door that Grulock has positioned himself by.
I'll kind of wave Selfie over. I'll see. Yeah, I'm sure he sees it at this point. I'm gonna kind of listen in at the door, see if I hear anything sus, as the kids say. There's nothing in there. It's absolutely quiet.
You know, maybe if you took your helmet off before you tried listening at the door, it might help.
He'll lift his helmet up slightly and listen again.
Still nothing.
Definitely nothing in there.
Sound like ocean.
All right, I'm going to open the door.
Okay, 1 second. Slight page reload delay there. Sorry about that. This room contains 4 wooden tables with 2 small wooden coffers atop each. Hanging on the wall opposite the door is a beautiful golden shield. Standing in front of the shield is an old man in plain garments, carrying a lit candlestick. As he turns to face the door, you can see that his shadow on the far wall doesn't match his form, but appears to be the shadow of a pudgy, horned fiend with small wings.
Observing him, I kind of indicate to the hand signal that there's something in the room, to the party behind me. I kind of just walk in just inside the door, and get a better lay of the room, and also make enough room for everybody else to kind of come in.
So, foul creature, this is where you meet your end. I'm going to utilize my detection, obviously, because I see the shadow on the wall and stuff, but I'm going to use my divine sense anyways.
Okay.
Which is popped up in here.
Grulak will ready his weapon, but he's kind of standing by, kind of seeing, keeping Celestial kind of periph, just to kind of see what we're going to do.
So I identify that he's a fiend.
He is definitely a fiend. He looks at your collective walking into the room. Good day. Who are you?
Your lies shall not save you.
What lies? All I've done is greeted you.
Who are you?
My name is...
You are clearly a...
I asked you a question. Who are you?
I am named Thavius Krieg. Who are you? At the sound of that identification, Rhea comes around the corner, and she appears overjoyed to have finally found the subject of her search, the former High Overseer of vanished Elturel. And she just exclaims, "Overseer, at last I found you!"
Overseer of what?
He is not the Overseer. He is a demon. Or a devil.
Don't be ridiculous. He is a devout follower of Torm.
I can sense him. I have that power.
Yes, devout of Torm. My whole life I've been. Now I ask again, who are all of you, and why have you come here?
Is his shadow clear as day behind him? Like, looks completely different from his actual form?
It does.
So I'm looking back at them, going, "Am I?" And he starts rubbing his eyes, like, "Does anybody else see this? Does anybody else see that?"
Show your true form, devil.
I do see his shadow is not that of a man, but that of a devil. What game are you playing, Fabius?
I play no game. I've been kidnapped and brought here at the behest of the Duke Venthamper. Ask her why I am here.
No, that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem.
I look at the night girl and say, "Do you not see his shadow?"
I see his shadow. I find it strange that in a group comprised as yours is, I have to ask this question. Have you ever heard the word magic?
You know what a paladin can sense.
I have been a citizen of Elturel these many years. I have been to rites and ceremonies, I have been to events and ceremonies that this man has headed up as the High Overseer of Elturel, as a representative of Torm.
It could be that this is not actually him. Maybe
These
a bit of
creatures-
magic.
The ability to disguise themselves and disguise their forms.
I'm not disguising anything. I greeted you upon coming in. She recognizes me. The rest of you, well, I can't say the rest of you, but some of you are obviously intent on wishing me harm, and I ask again, who are you and why have you come here?
Well, here, it's a very easy thing to figure out. Just let Celophael here do his thing, and if you're the actual person, then this would be an easy thing to figure out.
What is it exactly that he needs to do? Is this how you typically greet people that you encounter? You accuse them of things and demand that they permit you to conduct your rituals upon them?
Well, we are the Flaming Fist. We kind of use certain things to figure out crimes. But you do know your shadow is very crazy, right? And he points behind him with a look.
He turns and glances at his shadow, and he doesn't seem to notice anything amiss or acknowledge that anything is amiss.
Question. Yeah, when we came through the door, was it locked?
The door to this room was unlocked.
You claim you were kidnapped and were held prisoner, yet this door was not locked. You could have left at any time.
I take it that any of the guards or devils that occupy this dungeon have been dealt with at your hands, and this could only be the first news that I'm hearing of this.
Okay, instead of I have my channel divinity back from the short rest, so I'm going to utilize this. DC on the channel divinity is my paladin save DC, which is charisma based, so it's 8 plus 3, 11. Does that include a proficiency bonus? Let's see what the
Saving
spell-
throws do not include proficiency bonus.
Okay, well, it says my spell save DC is 13, actually.
That's what your save should be then.
So, yeah, 13. And it's not a spell, so he wouldn't get advantage.
Okay. That effect instantly causes him to recoil, and he backs the rest of the distance that he can across the room, and he kind of comes into contact with the shield at that moment. And as he does, I don't know. Let's have some fun with this. Let's see what happens. Random roll, waste a natural 20. Should have just rolled a d5. Okay, so Thavius is backed up against the wall, obviously recoiling from the presence of the holy symbol of Tyr.
Now, do you see? He recoils from the holy symbol.
Hello? What is your name? Calidor hears in his head.
He immediately looks around and behind him.
I am a being trapped within the shields that you see across the room. What is your name?
I am Calidor. Which obviously he says out loud.
You may
We
call
know who
me
you are.
the Hidden Lord. What brings you to this place? Have you come to free me?
We have come here to rid this place of the demons and devils that have been summoned here.
We know our purpose. Why are you telling us?
Yeah, I'm not that stupid. I know what we're here for. You don't have to remind me constantly.
He points towards the shield, which obviously is pointing towards the guy, and says, I'm telling him!
He's not saying anything.
He speaks of my voice if you are confused, Selephiel now hears in his head.
What trick is this?
I am known as the Hidden Lord. I am an entity that lives within the shield you see before you. I am curious as to your intent.
My intent is to vanquish this evil.
Then we are aligned in purpose. How is it that you seek your vengeance, your vanquishing?
This is not in the name of vengeance. This is in the name of Tyr. Demons and devils should not be wandering this plane of existence.
Who are you talking
I
to?
see. And I take it this cowering whelp before my presence is the demon or devil that you refer to.
That is correct.
By all means, do what you must. Just bear in mind that I am here, and am eager to speak with all of you once you have completed your task with this mortal.
Who are you speaking with, Selephiel, Calidor?
The shield is speaking within our minds.
As
He
I
calls
can
himself the
speak-
Hidden Lord.
As I can speak within any of your minds, Nadir hears.
So you're talking to a shield. That is crazy. That makes no sense.
I'll look over at what's his name, the noble son, and I'll say,
Amric.
where did you get that shield?
Mortlock found it. He brought it to Mother, and she had it placed into this chamber. Amric says, still kind of drooling blood and teeth every so often as, I don't know, man. It's been a day, but at the same time, out of game, it's been a month. So this poor guy's head is just smashed for inordinate length of time.
Well, he's also had a couple of short rests that he could have used to heal.
Very true, if not for the fact that Rhea would not let him. She didn't let him get the appropriate rest to get any healing because she's doing a very good job keeping him under wraps.
Oh, I see.
Araya, are you convinced now that this is not who you think it is?
I am. It must be some kind of trick, as you say, or as the Tiefling says, this must not be Thavius Creek.
Where he was a devil the whole time.
Back to hell with you. I'm going to start initiative and attack.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack, and then we will get the initiative sequence after that.
Just been revoked.
Or maybe not. That was a warning shot. So go ahead, let's roll initiative.
Well, on the plus side, your natural one did not cancel the turning effect that you had on him.
Oh, Wendy says, congratulations for taking her roles, Don.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I guess somebody had to.
Yeah, she had to pass it on to somebody.
I didn't happen to get an advantage on that roll, did I?
No, actually, it would have been disadvantaged because the only action he had available to him was the dodge action.
So, all right.
Okay, so Amric is going first. Man, I guess I'll try it. Where's that natural 20 from before when I'm trying to roll something? He gets a little courage, and he's going to try to wrestle himself free of Rhea's grasp, and that is just once again a futile effort as she keeps a tight hold on him and kicks him again in the back of the knees. And his knees are screaming after how many times she's done that to him, and his knees have come into contact with the stone floor of the sewer here. So, holding up the usual number 2 spot in the initiative. I notice that tends to be a trend with him. Our half-orc, Jung-hoon.
Okay, I'm going to move over and attack him.
Very cool.
Of course, we're not real sure if Don was starting a fight or just like going blah blah blah.
He
Yeah,
usually
right.
starts fights with evil things.
Wow. Well, the good news is that my AC is a 10. So that will connect both times with him. That will dispel the turning effect, so Thavius will be able to do something more than just dodge. Although technically those would have been at disadvantage. We don't have to. I'm not a fan of the rewind. So Calidor, go ahead.
Hold on, Jim, don't forget you do have the silver dagger. I was just wondering why you're rolling a quarterstaff.
Oh yeah, I did forget. Thanks, I'll do that next turn.
The other thing is though he would have used his dodge against me, which is why I have the 1 and I didn't reroll.
Well, the dodge is for the whole round. Any attacks against you would be at disadvantage, but regardless.
Oh, really? I thought it was only the first attack.
Nope, that's
Oh, okay.
that's descent, I think. Also worth pointing out, though, Jim, your attacks did full damage to him.
Okay.
Okay, so Calidor moves up, flank advantage.
I'm glad Kyla thinks it's entertaining.
Wow.
Yeah, she's having a blast.
Yeah, she is.
That's it for me.
Yeah, that's a whole bunch of nothing
Wow,
right there,
our
my
guy-
friend.
Right?
Get our initiative order there into frame. Okay, and Rhea, she will maintain her action, her held action on Amric, and that will bring it to Grulak.
So he will move up into the available space and land a strike. I'm assuming it's at advantage at this point.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So he comes in and oh yeah, I got advantage. So Gorilla comes in with a powerful blow, seeing an advantage if the guy's surrounded. So he comes in and just lays a very strong strike over his shoulder area.
Well, there's one in every session, and tonight we have our first.
He's like, well, that was easier than I expected.
He does. Yeah, his body just crumples to the floor there before you.
Um,
Does his shadow change at all?
No, even in death, his shadow is still the same.
aren't they supposed to go poof?
Yeah, generally, yes. I don't understand.
Can I have a challenge? I'm just slaying everything. I'm just too good for this. I should be a demon slayer. Sophiel, you can show me your ways. You slay beasts with one blow like I just did. Surely there's something in the sword. He starts examining it. Should I stab him again?
No, that shouldn't be necessary.
Do we need to light him on fire now because he's a demon?
Fire would not work against the devil, Urlok.
Okay, then what do we do now? Because I didn't think it would be that easy.
That easy either. I also did not think his form would remain. Much like the other devils, they have always returned to the plane that spawned them. This one is different. I'm not sure why.
Rulok's gonna back off a little bit and just kind of look around him.
There's no way that it could have fooled my sense and not been affected by the power of Tyr.
I do indeed believe it was some sort of fiendish creature, but I've never seen this effect before.
Well, Grulok's gonna start searching his person. Like if nobody else, everybody's standing around him, he's like, I'm gonna check. So he starts searching the guy to see if he has kind of crazy on him or anything of value.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything on him aside from the clothes on his back. You do notice the 8 coffers sitting atop the wooden tables in here, though. All of them are closed and possibly worth investigation.
Okay, I'll move to the one over here and start looking in the was it 2 coffers on this given table. See what we got.
I'll indicate for Rhea to bring Amric inside so that we can keep an eye on him and she can be closer to this guy if she wants to be.
Yeah, she will bring him into the room, put him in the corner as she usually does, but she's going to maintain her guard over him. She's definitely in the mindset that something is amiss here, but she's leaning more towards this was not really Thabius Creek.
Right. I'm going to pray to Tyr anyways, due to just in case that I slaughtered an innocent. That how could I have been so wrong in? But there would have been no way for me to be wrong. He showed up in my divine sight, and he was affected by my turning. So I'm just praying for guidance.
Okay.
Do we or do I know anything about this hidden lord thing?
Well, that's new to you. Selephiel is just kind of in a quiet contemplation here for several moments while the rest of you are doing your stuff in here. The first coffer there, James, to get to that. It contains 30 everybody's favorite, electrum ingots, belonging to the Van Thamper family, evidenced by the stamps, and each of these ingots is worth 10 gold pieces.
Oh, I'm gonna take him. I'm just gonna be like, all right, we need it. This guy doesn't, or nobody else in here does, or should have him. So he starts just casually grabbing him and throwing him into his pack. He said,
Do you want me to notate the? Is that going to be party treasure, or are you taking it for yourself?
He looks back.
I think Ron is asking you out of game.
I'm out of game.
Oh, okay. I can keep it. I can keep track of this, and he'll be part. But he is putting it in his pack. But I'll keep track of it for us.
Okay, so do you want control of the party treasure then?
Oh, never mind. I forgot. Or are you doing that?
It doesn't matter. I mean, none of us have like control of it at the moment. So
I think everybody should have control of the handout so you can all make any necessary adjustments.
but we can't add stuff to it, can we?
We should be able to.
Nope, I can't add to it. But the party treasure still has the rations, the...
Do you not have the edit option on that?
Yeah, it's set to be edited by all players.
There
Oh,
should be
okay.
an edit button at the top.
Yeah, I hit the edit button. All right.
I'll add to it since if we all have access. I'll go ahead and put it in there. So
Okay.
We have 30. We're correct.
Correct. Electrum ingots, 10 gold pieces each.
Dan, what was you said? Did I hear you right? You said there was something, the shield and something else by the dude when we walked in the room, or was it just the shield?
The beautiful golden shield is the only item there aside from the lit candlestick, which is now just kind of scattered across the floor. That's what Davius was holding so that he could see in this room.
Oh, the lit candles. That's okay.
What about the second chest, then, or is that between the two in front of me?
Gotcha. Continuing on, the next coffer contains 100 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, definitely. Also throwing that in my pack, because.
Where's the cha-ching sound effect? I don't have that one set. Or
I
this.
checked the guy's body just to see what I can see, but with that 3, yeah, I think he's dead. He's probably human.
Yeah, he definitely did. He seems human. The shield speaks to Calidor standing there next to it. Are you going to claim me?
Not sure.
Strange
Present
dungeons,
time.
handing out shields is no basis for a system of government.
So I will say, after examining this corpse, as far as I can tell, this is a human body. But I'm no medic, so take that as it may.
His blood is definitely human. I can tell you that because it was sprayed in my face. He needs a little bit of irony.
But he registered and reacted as a devil or a demon.
Perhaps he was possessed or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, after Salephiel finishes his time in prayer, he's convinced that he didn't do anything wrong, that while Fabius is obviously a human, he had some kind of pact or curse placed upon him that presented him in the light that you saw him. He was definitely a fiend, classified as one, but he's also human.
So I'm not going to be penalized by tier.
Correct.
Okay.
Maybe he was possessed by the shield or something?
If he was possessed by
The shield
me,
didn't register
he would
as a.
he would have been holding me. Zhang Hun hears inside of his head.
Whoa,
No,
who said that?
If it was the shield that was possessing him, or fiendish in any way, I would have noticed. But I did not notice if it was fiendish. I figure at this time also Hezra would probably be opening up chests, which would one be within her character, and the second it doesn't alter any game mechanics. So if you want her to do that too.
Well, as long as by her doing that, you mean that you're still going to be facilitating the addition of treasure onto the party sheet, then by all means.
Yeah, it'll be the party treasure. It won't be her popping treasure into her own.
Right, I just mean that you don't expect me to start copying the stuff over. The next chest
Of
holds
course.
100 gold pieces.
I'll look over at Rhea and ask, are you a devout follower of Torm as well? Perhaps you can pray to see what he has to say on the matter.
I am a follower, but I do not possess divine powers. He has never spoken to me in such a fashion. This is why I was seeking the Overseer. He is the closest to Torm. He would have answers as to what happened to the city. Unfortunately, we didn't get to speak with him very much.
At which point I kind of look over at Salafio like,
Hey, everything pointed towards that.
Yeah, Calidor. I guess Calidor will pick up the shield.
yes, and we could have asked him what happened to his city.
And the next coffer...
Even speaking to a fiend, they're known for lying, so they would not have been much help.
100 gold pieces in that coffer there, James. You got that? The fifth coffer contains 2 pieces of a broken dagger. It is a curved ivory blade that bears draconic runes, and the bone hilt is wrapped in leather strips and studded with gemstones.
Is the blade broken or something?
It's broken from the hilt.
I got that so far. So essentially 300 gold pieces, 30 electrum ingots, and I just did 2 pieces of a broken bejeweled dagger. Would that be an apt description?
I would say ceremonial dagger. And then just note the name Van